welcome to my overview of a couple of map concepts that I've been working on for about a year and a half, actually. My name is the CUJ0, and I wanted to just give you a quick run through of this concept that I've been working on, where I take maps and I combine them, stretch them, twist them, and give you something similar but also completely new. Right now we're on a map of mine called Guardlock, and more specifically, this version of Guardlock is called Guardlock Blue. Blue meaning the aesthetic that it has, which is this icy blue cool theme that you would see with Lockout. Now, if you haven't already figured out from the title of the video or the thumbnail, this is a Lockout Guardian combination map, which combines all the same play spaces that both of those maps provides and puts them together in a way that makes logical sense. So I'm here on Lockout. I grabbed the sword from the Lockout sword spawn, for example. And I just want to kind of run through some of these spaces that you would find when you play either Guardlock Green or Guardlock Blue. Lockout, this section we're in right now, is pretty much unmistakable. I think you'll feel right at home if you're a fan of that map. A couple of things I want to point out just so you can understand how I made the decisions when I was piecing together these two maps. Any area that was explicitly a Lockout section or area, you'll see it represented by the Lockout theme. In any area where it was only available in the Guardlock map, we have the Guardlock sections of those maps. And any areas where there are shared spaces, as an example, top mid that we see right here, I had to do some head scratching, some experimentation, and ultimately I went with my gut feeling on which of the aesthetics or the spaces I liked the most. The top mid that you see right here can be found in both Guardian and Lockout, although I have a preference for the larger platform in the center with the circular theme as I run around here to kind of show you this space. But Lockout has this very convenient window that lets you look down through both. So I just took the best of both worlds, and you'll see that a lot as I run around. Now, since we're here in the space, I just want to give you a quick explanation for why some things will appear a little bit different. I'm giving you a little Guardlock Blue tour representing the Lockout spaces that you would see. Lockout has this bridge that lets you cross over from BR Tower over here, but also you have a space where you can jump across. Now, if we were playing Guardian, Guardian has, instead of a jump across that you see here, they have a little bridge. Their jump across is over here on this side, which will take you over to the tree. I experimented again. I discovered that I liked the jump on this side and the bridge on this side more. So we kept Lockout's sections intact on that one. Let's go up to Sniper Tower here. Jumping across. Sniper Tower for Lockout, you would find the sniper rifle right about here. This gives you the ability to look across to both the lift sections as well as the BR sections. And very quickly, though I'm only really giving you the Lockout tour, Guardian, the sniper rifle spawns right about here. Conveniently, with these maps stacked on top of each other, the sniper rifle finds a very cozy resting place right in the middle of both sniper spawns. Now, one of the other concepts I played around with and I did my best to achieve is I wanted the maps to feel more symmetrical. Now, I know Guardian and Lockout neither are symmetrical, and then adding them together doesn't make them any more symmetrical. But what I was able to do was I was able to create a new playable space over there in that far corner. We're going to call that the southwest corner, giving you the ability to have opposing sniper rifles. Blue team and red team can reach both of their snipers in the same amount of time. About 5 seconds of sprinting will get you to these areas. This just ensures that both teams have an equal footing as far as that goes. If I jump back down over here, I can run and jump across over to the lift room. Now, Guardian and Lockout both have this lift room. However, Guardian has these additional playable spaces off to the side, whereas Lockout does not. Therefore, I kept this room more in line with what you would find with Guardian. If we drop down to the basement of lift room, we've got our ramps that Lockout provides. But I also needed a way to wrap around up to this space right here. Again, I'm going to give you the Guardlock green tour here shortly, so I'm not going to spend too much time there. I just really want to focus on the Lockout sections of the map. In the bottom mid of the Lockout space, we have our drop down, which takes us to the shotgun and the specimen area that we would find. So in my version of the map, the specimens are pretty much frozen solid. Coming back up to the bottom of lift room, we come out here to the elbow, where you can find a flag or a bomb arm spot depending on which version of capture the flag or assault that you play. One of the things you'll notice is that there's now a large building up here in the way. This doesn't block all your sight lines. You still have a lot of sight lines. You have sight lines up to battle rifle spawn up here. From center mid, you can shoot down here. This creates some interesting alterations to maybe the way that you played Lockout in the past. But it's nothing that prevents you from enjoying the game. Alright, so now that's my Lockout tour. Let me give you a Guardian tour here as well. Okay, so now we're in Guardlock Green, which is the Guardian aesthetic version of the exact same map that I just started walking through. So what I want to do now is focus on the Guardian sections as well. If we come over here to where Sniper Tower is at, you'll find we have this circular ramp up here where the sniper spawns. And again, opposite of that is a new playable space that I've provided, which gives you another area to snipe from, but also opens up that corner that was originally empty. Guardian has this back ramp, which lets you shoot down to where the hammer typically spawns. Back up, we have the long ramp down, which would take us to the treehouse area of Guardian. But you'll see now I've done something a little different here. What I wanted to do was break this up just a little bit. Having this little jump means that we don't have two redundant ways over to the same space using sprint. I can drop down here and grab the sword that you would normally spawn here for the Lockout map. But it just makes this playable space a little more interesting. Now Guardian has the treehouse, as I mentioned before. Now because of the way that the two maps overlay on top of each other, what I've done here is I've given us this ramp that takes us to the bottom of the treehouse space and lets us snipe just over top of this area, keeping the treehouse concept still intact, but making the space here, I think, more interesting in the long run because we are combining the two different maps together. Here I'll have my lift that takes me up, or my man cannon that takes me over here to the gold lift room. Running over here, we have the loop around that takes us to where this battle rifle here spawns. This battle rifle and this battle rifle are the opposing sections of this map. Again, I'm trying to keep with symmetry. And what we have right here, you'll notice there's a hammer instead of a shotgun. Now the reason I've done this is because Lockout has a very cool place for the shotgun spawn, which is down at the bottom of the specimen room at the bottom of the map. I felt we didn't need two shotguns. So what I've done is I've made this section here mirror where our sword would spawn way on the other side of the map over there, giving both red team and blue team a 6-second sprint to the melee weapon of their choice. So we've got two weapons, melee weapons opposite of each other, two sniper weapons opposite of each other, and a power weapon which spawns right down here in the middle. Now this space right here is probably my favorite. It is the intersection or the junction between Lockout and Guardian. We have this really cool cross play space where you can snipe or shoot straight across here on all the diagonals. Jumping over, you'll see we have the same thing over here on this side. And if we try to look at the symmetry that the spaces provide, I can stand right here on this side of the map and shoot down to maybe this flag spot over here and do the same thing right here. So I had a lot of time to think about this, lots of experimentation just to make all of the angles for crossfire match at least as best as I can. So Guardian has a couple of other areas. Let's come over here to the bottom of lift room. You're going to see I've kept this concept here intact as well for Guardian, with a clamber jump over to the one side and back to the other, looping us back around to the end of this Guardian tour. I have a lot of new spaces and sneaks. Let me just spend a moment here kind of showing this to you. This corner over here that I talked about earlier does not exist in either of the maps, but I wanted to have an opposing sniper rifle, giving you the ability to hole up if you needed to, and also the ability to run the flag on this corner. Not really fair when you run the flag, for example, from red team spawn, and you can go up behind where their sniper rifle is, giving you sometimes a nice direct path, but there's nothing to mirror that on the other side of Lockout, or Guardian for that matter. So this little corner of the map is now opened, giving you the ability to cross over. I also have a really fun wraparound space here that goes above lift room on both Guardlock blue and Guardlock green. But I just want to show you just for a moment some new slide jump spaces. And I'm just going to show you just a couple of them there, hidden behind some foliage. See if I can make this. Nice. So you can expect a lot of these really cool secret places that can open up your playthrough for either free-for-all or team games. I also have some spaces connecting over here, which gives you the ability to sneak around the four corners of the map as well. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my little run through. I hope that you download the map. I would love feedback. You can either post it on the YouTube link or add me as a friend, or follow me on Xbox Live and just send me a message and let me know your thoughts and how I can tweak the map to make it even better. So thank you very much. Look out for my gameplay video, which is dropping at the same time. Thank you.